Not Your Professional Walkthroughs channel presents.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of Game That Keeps On Giving and Colony That Keeps On Living here on Not Your Professional Walkthroughs channel for another episode of Planetbase. I still cannot believe the colony is not dead yet. Anyhow, speaking of that, however, on the last episode we did come across a big chunk of colonists. As you can see, we are currently sitting on over 150 colonists. I was also able to purchase a bunch of droids, so we have some better stats now. So it's not just majority of the driller bots, but we have also some carrier robots, whatever. Anyhow, the big issue here is that, as you can see, the food output is not as great, which means that especially this part of the colony has started to suffer. As you can see, the meal makers here are only slowly able to turn out meals, and we have a way too many hungry hippos, or colonists. I mean, they would be hippos if they would look like me, but that's kind of a different story. So anyhow, I was thinking, what would be a great way to potentially try and help out the colony? To expand the colony, of course, and by doing so, being able to produce even more fancy fake meat. I mean, if Burger King can sell fake hamburgers, then why shouldn't we be able to make some fake burgers out of the mushrooms and potatoes and other stuff? I mean, mushrooms do contain some protein anyhow. But we have a sandstorm approaching, so that is definitely gonna affect my plans. So what is my plan for the episode besides speeding up the tempo, because this is gonna probably kill me at this pace? My idea is to do the following thing. If we're gonna get a trading vessel, I'm gonna try to get my hands on the meals, and we are gonna probably sell stuff like, I don't know, storage or something else. Now, we did get actually a trader, and of course he does not carry a single piece of a goddamn meal. You gotta be kidding me, seriously? Okay, never mind. We are gonna give you the storage in order to get another Wally to join our colony. And I was thinking that out of this factory here, I would be able to expand in two directions. One would be a smaller biodome. Why do I keep clicking on the external structures? I do not know. But we're gonna put the alarm on so that the robots and everyone who is fixing stuff outside can go and take cover and protect themselves. So, I was thinking, maybe like a medium-sized biodome here, and potentially a lab somewhere around here. The reason behind that is so that we get more colonists to move in this segment of the farm, and I do realize that we have a large biodome here which is currently suffering, and we even have like a lab over here which is producing stuff, but I'm somehow feeling that if we don't move more people away from like these three cantinas over here, we might run into some technical issues. Now, the thing is that now we have stuff like pasta and other dishes sitting in the meal processors or meal makers, but on the last episode, what I did was expand the agriculture here in this biodome, and all of a sudden it is kind of struggling to keep up with the maintenance. So I'm actually thinking we are gonna have to get a whole lot of biologists into the colony in order to be able to produce even more food. So here I'm kind of running into this risky situation. First of all, it's great that I have like 40 something meals, but I mean, look at the stats of the veggies and the vitro meat. So the real reason behind why I have only so few veggies is A, I did sell off some of them. Ooh, so many medals. But the main reason is that I'm mostly relying on slow producing crops. So your wheat, your mushrooms, your potatoes, and other stuff. Reason behind that, it's much easier to manage. But seriously, if it shows me that I have 25 vitro meat and I can only sell 3 of them, then something is obviously not okay. Now, you do not possess, my dear friend, anything that I am interested in, and you have 50% commission, so please leave the colony. We are gonna try to get in somebody else. So, should I therefore try and expand the base using the lab and using the biodome? I don't think it's a great idea, especially due to this large and massive... Hold on. Do we have... Okay, those are still workers. Wait, why do we get workers? Oh yeah, because I'm an idiot and I did not pay attention as to what class did I select. But okay, we have almost 40 workers now. That's cool. I should also kind of speed up the pace of the game. So we always have some guard here present, the armory is being stacked up. Sometimes even engineer somehow manages to come over here and work on something. But yeah, the thing is that I wanna move some of the colonists away from like here, because this looks like an anthill. A highly I'm not really sure if it's like highly populated. It's just has a really stupid concentration of people, and I have shut down this factory's priority, but this control room needs to keep the priority on, because ever since I did that, mostly the telescopes are managed or maintained, and therefore on like the last episode, for example, we did not have a single freaking meteorite hit the base, which is huge, at least for me. Okay, I hate you because you have only veggies and vitro meat, and I have that. I kind of need the end product, so you're not helping me there, bud. Do I want a driller robot? No. Do I want medical supplies? No. Do I want to get more coins, which is the worst title or name for currency in a sci-fi based game? We're gonna have to think of something. But yeah, definitely more biologists would help us out greatly. Hold on, I need to be careful here so that we don't get a bunch of idiots trying to shoot up the base. On the last episode I had a lot of problems with that. And what's kind of happening with our batteries here? I mean, at one point I was producing over like 1,200 kilowatts of energy. Ooh, we have an incoming transition. Sizable wounded soldiers. Okay, let's try and help them. If they are actually wounded, instead of being, let's say, like irradiated, we might be able to manage. Ooh, you know what? We actually do not have any goddamn medical facility here. The closest one is here in this sick bay, so probably trying to build one over here would not be the worst idea. So I'm gonna actually try to do this because I'm not gonna be expanding in here, but I'm really hoping that I might be able to cram in one of these massive batteries somewhere behind it or next to it or something like that. So please let me do that. Can I squeeze it here? I really don't want to build those tiny ones. Okay, so if we do this, we should be then still able to continue expanding. But there is a lot of room here, which means that potentially this laser will work, but maybe I'm gonna have to build another one eventually over there. So I kind of need to be careful with this expansion, as I'm not really sure how much energy it will suck out of our entire system. And also, what is the oxygen level? That is also extremely important thing to monitor, because what can kill your colony the fastest, based on my experience, is actually the lack of the oxygen. If your people start to suffocate, yeah, that's not fun. Okay, so this ship has a lot of cool stuff, and I would love to trade you some of this junk that I keep here, but I'm not really sure if I will be able to pay this whole thing off like this. So I'm gonna probably have to throw in some of those coins. And I don't really want to tip you, because there's no benefit to doing such a thing. So yeah, let's do this in order to get some meals in. Okay, we definitely need to build a freaking lab. What's the result with the soldiers? Did we manage to heal all of them? Man, I really hope so. Okay, what are our current stats? 49 biologists. Interesting. I really hope you will be able to do something regarding all of these crops, because I really hate to see them suffering. Now, I did leave, of course, some GM tomatoes. I should probably try to do some of those other GM thingies, but I think somewhere around here I might have those GM onions, maybe somewhere. I'm quite sure I should have them somewhere around. I mean, it's a freaking huge base, so you never know. And once again, the game has decided, I have decided to slow down the game. And I know, one of the best tips players who have a lot of experience with Planetbase will tell you that you should not try to rush through the game. Maybe like in the early stages you can try to do something like that, but yeah, if you try to do something really stupid, or just try to grow too fast, you might get your colony killed. Okay, and you have to carry your robots. What would be a great thing to trade? And that laser kind of got stuck in some loop, so the audio might be resonating. And I do apologize for that. You know what? Let's trade off some of these minerals. But I'm glad at least that they are working. I'm really hoping someone will come and build this damn power collector finally. Ooh, okay, so let's build in some beds. It's actually kind of a good idea to keep the medical facilities so damn close to your security centers, especially if they are an entrance to any potential new up-and-comers, or well, some of those people who try to shoot up your damn colony. Okay, so we have 51 biologists for now, so I'm actually thinking we're gonna stop the influx of colonists, and we are gonna see if in the next few moments somehow we are gonna get some stabilization of the food production. I mean, ever since I started bringing in the colonists, the production of the veggies have gone up steadily, and that is great. But what I don't see is the raise in production for meat, which is kind of strange. I mean, I do realize it also takes some time, but maybe... Okay, trading vessel has landed. I'm gonna try to move across the map a bit slowlier. just due to the fact that I have noticed that it might get a little blurry, so we're gonna try to avoid that as much as possible here. Let's see if we can get at least something out of this trading vessel. I'm mostly looking to get the coins, to be perfectly honest. Reason behind it, fairly simple. I just want to have more money. Okay, so let's see if this one airlock can handle dropping off like 37 pieces of inventory. And I really do hope that they will not have to bring the storage from all the way over there in that massive storage unit, which is 61% filled up, because somehow this biodome is now being managed a lot better. It did struggle at the start, but thanks to the newcomers, I mean, I don't get this. This freaking lab on its own is producing a stupid amount of food. This biodome is being properly managed, and look at all the storage and ore and metal and bioplastic, and I mean, this freaking processing plant isn't even fully equipped yet, so this is kind of frustrating, especially due to the fact, like, this is one of our major highways. Like, 60% probably of all the colonists have to move through this place at a certain point. I mean, sure, it's kind of a dead end here because I haven't expanded in that direction in a longer time, but I mean, come on. Okay, 19 meals. What are the chances we are gonna be able to grab this and exchange it for, let's say, the starch and some of the ore? Yeah, let's, this should do. The meals should work. I'm just really hoping that the colonists will not leave them on the damn starport. That is one of the most frustrating things which can happen. Okay, this trading ship is only missing 3 pieces of storage, and this one will be supplied quite fast, especially because here we are sitting on a bunch of ore by this mine. Really glad I decided to build it here, but on the other hand, I kind of am not, because lots of these airlocks have the kind of issues struggling with more colonists trying to move through, which is to me kind of interesting as to why there is only one type of airlock. Why can't there be a larger airlock, you know, so that like 6 people can go in and out at the same time? Okay, I can understand that potentially if we have the armed intruders who are trying to shoot up the damn colony, it might cause a lot of issues. But still, I mean, if you use a technique like this where you keep some guards at the station here by the entrance, that should not be an issue. And I mean, honestly, starports are not your starting structure, so usually you just go with like the basic landing pad, and when you have that, honestly, like here, right, you go with like airlock, oxygen generator, and then for example processing plant, so that you can start making metal, because that is one of the first things that you will start running out of quite fast. But yeah, I'm actually thinking we might have to build a lab, and I'm not really sure if I want to be making like the medical supplies there. Sure, a small group of soldiers are gonna land here. Man, I love this camo. It's like the digital camo. It looks super cool. And you see, it's kind of struggling here to support this influx of people, but they are all coming here. We have 3 cabinets, so that's like 12 medical supplies. And these 5 should get some help, and potentially the next one should come over here. But if the ship has only like 6 colonists, then all we need to do is get a bunch of doctors in here, and we should be done ASAP. So where do I want to build that fancy lab then? The question is quite interesting, because if I build it like here, I think we should increase our energy production, and I have not done any windmills in a while. Okay, what do you have, my dear friend? You actually do carry food, but kind of right now the food production has stabilized at a certain point which I'm comfortable with. So I'm just gonna try to sell off some of this ore since I'm just sitting on it. And usually I'm super infuriated because the biggest issue which I have found out so far is that it tends to sit for a stupid amount of time, like outside by the entrance to the mine, and the quality tends to go just rapidly down. So I'm really hoping to kind of get rid of some of those ores or minerals which are in terrible state currently. Okay, let's try and sell even more since they have the money and we have the storage or the stock. I don't think this is gonna somehow negatively affect our metal processing ability. I mean, we are sitting on plenty of mines, and it looks like most of them are actually being manned by the robots, so I'm kind of actually struggling to see the reason behind here having one and here having like 3 at one time. It's kind of weird. But we'll try to see what can be done. So, the airlock is here, which means if anyone wants to come in, they should not have that much of a distance to cover. I definitely want to build an airlock in here so that we can produce or provide oxygen, especially since there is like a dorm around here. It's kind of dangerous to keep the dorm with a low percentage of oxygen. Trust me, it can bite you in the tushy. So we are gonna try to build the gigantic windmill here, and we have another sandstorm approaching us. So we're gonna have to do something regarding this. There's another trading vessel. Okay, and this one is actually keeping the ore and storage. So, not really sure if I wanna get something from you. So please leave. Please, here we are gonna grab some meals, so I'm actually excited about that. And another robot has been destroyed. Okay. So how are we looking here? I want to put down those vitro meat stations. The reason behind me choosing this side of the station or the lab is because I'm actually thinking that we might have to expand in this direction, so we are gonna go from the lab, and therefore if I would try to put down any of the tissue synthesizers at this point, it might actually destroy them, so we're gonna try to avoid that specifically. And you know what would be a fun idea to do? If I can build probably this size of the storage, like here, and then we can build like this size of the biodome in here, and we're gonna have to check what's our water production, just so that we suddenly won't run out of all of the water. Okay, 46 out of 63, so we are fine when it comes to that. Now luckily the additional turbine has been connected to the power grid, so we are actually producing surplus of energy here. We're gonna speed up the time, and we are gonna choose some chicken, some beef, let's go to piggies, and the last one will be also a chicken. Which means now it should let me choose, should I go with like 2 of these stations in here? just for the heck of it, so that we might get a doctor in here. Okay, you know what? This is actually not working out. But the sandstorm has passed, so we're gonna shut down the alarm. That is gonna definitely help me not go deaf from the repeated sounds. And I would really love to see some biologists move their tissue in this direction, just so that we can get something done from this. And now the question is, how do I wanna try to manage this? Because apparently it won't allow me to squeeze in 2 of these, which sucks. I would love to see 2 of those in here, but if it just won't let me, then it just won't let me. Okay, 71 meals, that is great. You have only 4 meals, and you have some beverages, so we might actually grab those. You have 65% commission, so I'm just gonna trade you for the storage. You can keep the change, or you can give me 2 coins in addition. And let's see if we can get this part of the base done here. This is actually making me think if I should try and open up an additional starport somewhere around here, and probably build like 2 airlocks connected to it. Because, yeah, this is just unfortunate, because this one, you see how many robots are trying to move through this place, and there's just a massive choke point here. And plus, if like the laser would not be manned, and imagine that the airlock would suddenly get hit, we would lose like 20 people or 20 robots in 1 second. So I really hate to see that. And I'm actually glad that we have all these resources which are able to be moved in here so quickly. I am thinking these are all chock full of storage, despite the fact that, ooh, this has gone down. That's nice. I'm glad to see that those additional biologists are doing their thing, but they are kind of ignoring this. So I'm really hoping that's gonna change. Who do we have here? Ooh, 2 driller robots. That sounds tempting. I'm gonna take the semiconductors instead. We are gonna give you a stupid amount of storage, because for some reason I still have plenty of that. Cannot explain it. Okay, you are gonna get 40 units of storage, my dear friend. Just really hoping you're gonna be able to do something productive with that. I don't even know, like, what would you need storage for? I mean, sure, if you, like, for example, have cornstarch or some of these floury thingies which you can get at your grocery store, you can theoretically coat the chicken in it or any other meat, and basically it should not contain gluten. At least I think it works for corn, but not really sure at this point. But anyhow, if you are able to do that, and you, for example, coat some of the meat in this floury dust, if you then fry it in the pan, it has this nice golden color. It also works with flour itself, but certain people are allergic to gluten and so on, so you might have to try these different things which are not synthetic. But I can understand that certain people might have issues with, I don't know, like corn syrup and other stuff. Okay, that kind of came out of nowhere. I kind of feel like I should start another channel where I'm just gonna do a bunch of random videos about me talking about complete nonsense. Then I can expect to not see that many, for example, viewers or subscribers show up for the episodes, but god damn it. If I do weird stuff like this on an episode of Planetbase, that's gonna end up bad. Okay, we have another trading vessel over here. He has a nice amount of spares. But surprisingly enough, so do we. I actually do not recall ever having this many spares. but this makes me think that maybe we need to hit up those semiconductors processing units. So we are gonna try to load in like 2 more of those. And we're gonna see if some engineers decide to show up, because so far I didn't even see oh my god. No! Okay, cool. So there is another oxygen generator, but this needs to be fixed because this is like our only point of contact from this side of the base to the other side of the base. So, whew, that was kind of scary there for a second. So glad I thought of building. Look at all these spares. But yeah, I was so glad that I actually decided to build the oxygen generator over there. Look at all these biologists and all these amazing crops. I'm actually thinking we might have to get even more biologists. Let's get rid of more starch. Apparently I'm sitting on a decent stock of bioplastic. I mean, it's showing me in the top corner that I have a goddamn 39 pieces of it, but we can only trade 15, so that makes me think most of the bioplastic is probably located in the bioplastic processor or something like that. Okay, we are gonna just give you the 33 pieces, and we are gonna take the coins for that. Okay, so let's do this. We're gonna lose up on 1 coin, but I can live with that loss. Okay, you see, this laser totally ignored this freaking meteorite. Why did it ignore it? Interesting. Okay, what is our current energy production versus consumption? We are still producing a surplus, but because the wind is slowing down, yeah, look at this battery just being drained. Look at it! It's like all the energy is gone. I cannot believe I just made that sound. I do apologize, especially to anyone who is using headphones. I really have to stop recording stuff in the evenings because I am super weird in the evenings. Well, basically I'm always weird, but I'm especially weird during the evenings. Anyhow, the biologists are finally showing up, so I'm thinking maybe we are gonna put them to more work even here. We're gonna give you some of those GM onions, because I made so much fuss about it. We're gonna put down some radishes, and we're gonna put down some mushrooms. We're gonna put down some wheat, and we are gonna put down some taters. And after the taters, we're gonna put down 4 of the medicinal plants because suddenly we do not have such a surplus of it. Now, the fun thing is actually that when I started the game, one thing which I can always rely upon was me having the access to the medical plant as an early trading commodity, which allowed me to get my hands on whatever I needed. Now, as you can see right now, we are, for example, sitting once again on 152 veggies, 137 vitro meat, but only 35 meals. So this is kind of scary to me. What do I wanna do regarding this? You know what, let's get rid of some of the veggies. And we might try to sell off some of this meat too and grab some of those coins in return as well. So that, for example, when later on some trader shows up with a stupid amount of like robots and has cargo, we are just gonna be able to snatch them up and not even trade anything for it. Look at this! I'm so happy you guys are starting to move in through here. Even though if you are just like using up all the bioplastic from these processors. Okay, let's let them land, and this ooh, that's a big ship. That's a big ship. Please don't tell me you're gonna try to shoot up my colony. It's actually kind of funny that the biologist is trying to like cut the line to get into the colony. Ooh, wow, 15 soldiers. Interesting. Or 15 visitors who needs our help. Well, let's hope we were gonna be able to pull that off, and let's see how long these crops will go without dying. Because I'm quite sure they are not properly maintained. And look at all these wallies. Well, wait, no, Wally should be more like the carrier robot, right? The construction robots, what are you guys like usually doing if I don't give you this many buildings to do, or build, or just maintain? Well, yeah, you guys fix stuff. Speaking of which, we should fix some of this energy production. It would be actually great if I can squeeze in. I'm thinking. If we would put an airlock in here and like a mine here, I can squeeze in like a solar panel in here. So if I do this, then I can theoretically do this. I mean, I cannot expand through here, so I'm gonna have to rely upon the biodome to do that on my behalf. But yeah, I mean, we can build the mine in here. And this way, the Wallies should have something to do, and they don't have to schlep across this hill behind this mine in order to get to their destination. It's usually much more safer for them to just move through the inside. So let's try and keep it that way. Okay, that's a big ship. No. Oh, hell no. These idiots will try to shoot up my colony. I can just see that right now. And look at how many of them are there, and there's not a single... Okay, there's one guard here. This is gonna escalate really badly. Real fast. Like, I'm not even looking forward to this. I'm really glad that we have all the engineers here, but I'm not really happy that you decide to do a fist fight against a guy with a freaking blaster. What the hell is wrong with you? And there is still so many more of them outside. And look at these robots. Why can't you like come in there and like drill a hole in his astronaut suit? Wouldn't that just kill him automatically? Okay, this guard is just playing computer game. He's definitely not trying to do anything. Are you seriously sitting behind your desk while you're trying to shoot the intruder? I think we just lost a freaking guard. I think we just lost maybe more guards. This is so not cool. Okay, we definitely need more guards. So we are gonna have to switch to more guards. I need like 20 of them or something, because these stations are not all the time properly managed. I mean, we have 5 desks here, and there was constantly like one guard only showing up. But I'm really happy that so many people are deciding to come into this part of the base finally. It's really nice to see some life move in here. And if you're gonna bring in more armed intruders, we're gonna have some talk. Okay, of course, the crops are starting to suffer, which is just what I expected to see. Nothing new there. Okay, I don't think we can expand through here, so I think this part would be great for like another battery. And maybe like a laser, and maybe like a telescope too. Maybe like a solar panel. Man, I haven't built this many things in one episode since it's been a while. Kind of getting carried away here, so I'm really hoping you are enjoying it. This is so much fun. I'm quite sure soon we're gonna run out of metal or something, and it's gonna kind of tell me to stop building so many damn things. Okay, when it comes to the food production, we are doing perfectly fine. We are sitting on plenty of storage. So I'm gonna try to sell some of this, and let's see, what is your commission? 60%, so we are not gonna make that much money. We're gonna try to sell off some more stuff. It would be fun if I can load in those 20 additional units of God knows what. Even if it would be just about anything. Okay, 5 more units. Brilliant. So now we are gonna get a whole lot more coins. Despite the fact that we actually have to sell a stupid amount of stuff. And I have no idea how this airlock will manage to deal with... what is this? That's 59, that's 64 pieces of inventory that need to be moved through there. There's not a single biologist showing up in here. Or is there? I think I did manage to find one. No, he's gone. Okay. That's really not cool. Also, the tissue synthesizers are suffering. Really need to move in more guards, and once the guards are done, we're gonna once again work on getting those pesky biologists. Because, I mean, look at this. Workers are working here, and this is not even on like high priority. It's just super close to one biodome, now 2 biodomes, and because the sandstorm is super close, I need to raise the alarm to the yellow state so that everyone can move from outside inside. Really need to build a power collector somewhere around here, but I need to be careful so that I can still expand in this general direction. Ooh, maybe in a couple of episodes we might meet somewhere around here. Ooh, we have another achievement, the police state. I don't even know what does that do or how do I get it. Is it because I have certain amount of guards? I didn't even know where I am at this point. The base is starting to be just way too big. That's what she said. No, seriously, I should knock this off. Look at this! What is this, Jenga? I swear to God, if he's gonna leave after the sandstorm has disappeared, I'm gonna be super angry. Look at all these driller robots just waiting here to drill something. You know what would be fun if we can put like a dentist office in here? Then I'm quite sure the driller robots would have something fun to do. Maybe. I don't know. That reminds me, I should go call my dentist. I haven't been to him due to this whole corona situation. I'm not sure if his office has reopened. Okay, so the sandstorm is gone. I'm done talking about nonsense yet again, so let's try to focus back on what's at hand, and that is all this terrible quality of all these unmanaged crops and all these unmanaged tissue synthesizers. Well, more ships are arriving. I'm really hoping that's additional guard. Okay, so we really need to check like what's our status for the guards. Okay, we have 22 of them, which means we should be doing fine, so we're gonna switch back to the biologists. Now the solar panel has been finally built, which means I should probably turn the screen so we can check on it. And look at this. This is so pretty. I'm so happy about this. You cannot even imagine. Okay, he's still there. Ooh, Stargazer, another achievement. Holy fudge, that's cool. But how is it possible that this is actually being managed when it's not even connected? I mean, the mine is not connected to the solar panel, and therefore, since the solar panel is not connected to the power grid or the airlock, it's actually not producing anything out of the 110 kilowatts, which sucks. Really want that power to be produced. Okay, you are selling lots of medical stuff. we are sitting on a plenty of those, so I'm just gonna sell more starch. Okay, really hoping nobody will turn this into a drinking game each time I sell. I'm gonna sell more starch. Wait, what was the show where there was one of the main characters called Starch? Huh. Someone has to let me know. Come on, someone needs to know what I'm trying to think of. I don't even know what I'm trying to think of, but that is probably because I'm recording this super late. These crops are nicely managed, so let's see. Okay, I can see from here that nothing is being managed over here. Why are the biologists so afraid to show up here for a shift? Okay, someone had to been here. This was managed, but none of the others were, so this is kind of frustrating. Okay, we have another shooting. But we have like a stupid amount of guards here, so I'm not that afraid. Really hoping nobody got hurt besides the armed intruders. Okay, please stop shooting the injured guard on which I cannot click because there is that desk. Okay, he is almost dead. And why is there like no corpse disposal facility? Do you just like drag the bodies outside, or like what's the recycling policy, or how should I call it? Seriously, nobody wants to show up in here? That sucks. Okay, can we build... I would love to see like 2 of the power collectors here. That should still give us room to potentially expand in this direction. Like I said before, so much stuff happened. Should be then probably able to like build around this mountain over here in like God knows how many episodes. But yeah, at least we have some form of plan for what we should try to achieve. So if you want to see that, consider subscribing to the channel. I publish content on a weekly basis on all sorts of things, from playthroughs to tips to discussions to whatever else I manage to put my laptop through, which also kind of can explain the quality of the visuals. Now I do apologize for that, and I usually do in every episode which I publish on the channel, because I'm working currently only with a laptop. So yeah, if I'm actually able to put up over 300 episodes of content from just a laptop, imagine what I can do when I will eventually stop talking about trying to upgrade my system and actually build a goddamn system. So yeah, that might be fun. Okay, you have semiconductors, and I do want those. And I do not want the construction robots because I'm sitting on a stupid amount of those. And once again, everyone take a shot because I'm selling starch. Okay, seriously, what show is there a starch is a character? This is gonna kill me. Starch, starch, starch. Come on. Google, don't fail me now. God damn it, South Park! How did I not think of that immediately? Anyhow, yeah, I'm just gonna probably cut off the episode somewhere around here. I'm quite sure whoever has managed to watch until this point is properly freaked out, as they should be, because yeah, even I'm kind of freaked out by all the stuff that I said. But anyhow, I really do hope you did manage to enjoy at least some of the episode. It was a blast to bring you more content for the Planetbase. Apparently it's like one of the most popular things on my channel currently, and it's based on the feedback which I'm receiving from you. So thank you for that, I really do appreciate it. Please keep it coming. I do read the comments, and if you have any tips, tricks, concerns, questions, or whatever, try to leave them in the comment section and I will try to get back to you at my earliest convenience. I actually do appreciate them. It helps me to know that someone might come across my content by accident and click on it because I don't know, they misclicked on one of the 10 buttons on their gaming mouse or something. You know, the first world problems. But yeah, that will be it for this episode. So I do hope you did enjoy it, and hopefully I will see you at the next one. Thank you for watching, and bye bye. Ooh, now I can do this wide shot. Oh right, I'm supposed to shut up now.